I'm Emily.
And I'm Hannah.
We are best friends and dietitians. We have a goal of challenging nutrition misinformation and fitness trends with an evidence-based approach.
Each episode, we will dish up our thoughts about the latest facts on a popular health-related topic.
We're the Up-Beet Dietitians. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Not So Up-Beet Dietitians.
Dun, dun, dun. Welcome back. This is like our third edition of this, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys are tuning into the first time to one of these episodes where we are not so upbeat, we go through ridiculous comments that we receive, usually from trolls, and we either like debunk them if they're like sciencey that needs debunked, or we just like talk about how funny they are if like someone is misogynistic or insults our looks or something like that. So
it's funny.
It's a great time. We don't have wine today. We had wine the first time we did this.
Yeah.
But we're really tired today. So, we're in person, by the way.
Yeah.
We're not usually in person, but today we are.
Mm-hmm.
It's a grand time. So yeah, we're going to kind of go back and forth. We each have a ton of comments to go through. So we'll kind of just do one or the other. Talk about why they're stupid. No.
We'll figure
that out when we get there.
Yeah, let's just get right into it. These comments were pulled from TikTok, Instagram, and I have one from a DM.
A DM.
So
I've only gotten one mean DM, and it was when the whole abortion thing went down. Someone was really mean. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I deleted that because unnecessary.
Yeah.
And this is all for fun. Like, if you're worried about our mental health, we're generally fine. If we're sad, it's not because of these comments.
If we're unwell, it's not because of the comments.
Like,
it's because of other things.
We've received so many at this point. We don't take them seriously.
No.
So we do this episode just for fun.
Yeah. And they're giving us free content. So, thank you, trolls and people that don't have anything better to do than post hate comments.
Right.
So let's get right into it.
Okay, you go first.
I'm looking through one of them. I don't know which one I want to start with. Okay. We're going to start with a tamer one. So this person commented, there's dietitians out here telling people that brownies and avocado toast are the same, that intuitive eating is for everyone. It's completely fine and dandy if all craving is junk. If all you're craving is junk, LOL. No one is saying brownies and avocado toast are the same. We are well aware they are different. I'm not going to tell you to eat brownies for every single meal of the day. We're also not going to tell you to eat avocado toast for every single day. The biggest thing, and I think one of the biggest confusions.
Yeah, that's a word. I think it is.
Confusions around it too. Misconception.
Sure.
The biggest misconceptions around intuitive eating is it's the eat whatever you want diet, and it's not. It's just kind of recognizing that different foods provide us with different benefits. And if you want to have a nice satiating breakfast that is going to keep you full for hours, we might not recommend just a brownie. We might recommend adding something with it. But no one is saying that avocado toast and brownies or dessert and breakfast items for kind of that example are the same.
Right. We talk about this a lot more in our episode on gentle nutrition with Colleen Christensen. So we'll have to link that down in the description. But yeah, intuitive eating is so commonly misunderstood, and it is often like thought or explained or marketed as like the eat whatever you want diet. And that's true. You do get to eat whatever you want. You could eat brownies all the time if you wanted to, but you'll realize it's not going to feel very good to do that. So like, you definitely have the permission to do that, and you shouldn't feel guilty if you do overeat brownies at first. And overeat is even very subjective to you. There's no like quota of how many brownies is too many, but you'll realize it doesn't feel very good. So that's what intuitive eating is all about, is getting back into your intuition without external cues telling you brownies are bad, avocado toast is good. You should only do the avocado toast because the brownies are just so unhealthy for you. It's finding the balance where you can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. This one, if you follow me on either Instagram or TikTok, you've seen me do my clap back to this, but I have a few. I'm going to do like a 2-in-1 if that's okay. So the comment I originally got, I was, I think, making a protein pudding. So it was like a dairy product. And the comment says, "Look, guys, another dietitian enjoying bovine mammary secretion, processed sugars and all that other junk, #healthy." They couldn't just say milk. They had to say bovine mammary secretions.
That's so funny.
It is pretty funny. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Good choice of words.
Yeah, that's like just, they're a comedian.
They're comedian.
Props to them.
So in the clackback video, I'm like sitting in a pool floaty with a protein shake, sipping with a straw, drinking dairy. But then I posted that on Instagram and TikTok. And on Instagram, someone commented, "Okay, the sugar and processed stuff is dumb." So they're on my side. But saying you shouldn't consume dairy isn't unnecessary fear mongering, not because it's unhealthy, but because it involves a victim that is assaulted and exploited for her secretions. And the dairy and meat industry is incredibly unsustainable. I'm kind of disappointed. I've been enjoying your content. I feel like the world needs an intuitive eating RDs that cares about the environment and animal welfare. So I get this. I get this a lot. Like, I understand where the comment's coming from. Like, you don't have to eat dairy if you don't want to eat dairy, or eat meat if you don't want to eat meat. It is my choice to do so. I feel like I don't want to get into like a veganism debate because that could get messy.
Yeah.
But it depends. From a nutrition standpoint, dairy and all of that is great. But I totally get the ethical side of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like not a secret.
Yeah.
And it's not like, we do not want animals to be harmed in any kind of processing, with whether we are drinking their secretions or consuming them. But
you might be turning me into a vegan.
It's just, I don't know. It's like hard to do because I 100% see the ethical standpoint of it, but then also as some, I guess, like, I don't know, even I was gonna say, like, from a disease standpoint, because I'm like anemic, so technically it's a disease. I don't really think about it, but technically, like, I would probably not ever not eat red meat because of that standpoint, where I just naturally don't consume enough iron, but also there's like a preference standpoint where, like, you don't have to have a disease to not eat a food. I don't know if that makes sense at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's so much around every single brand, and like knowing every single, or like not even brands, it's just like industries where, okay, let's think of an example. Capitalism. Let's just go into that. And then, you know how people will say like, "Oh, but you buy from like Starbucks and you buy from like Target." Like, yeah, we don't love capitalism, but I also like enjoy coffee.
Right.
And
you have to kind of pick your battles.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. And we're not promoting dairy and like encouraging like animal abuse.
Right. Those things are separate.
Yeah.
But I can see why you would think they're not. I don't know. I think if you want to be plant-based, vegan, vegetarian, that's great. I'm probably not going to ever be, but it's not because I don't love animals. It's just so tricky.
Yeah.
It's just so tricky. So yeah, I want to bring that comment up because like, I get where they're coming from.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of like the theme of a couple comments I have. It's like, people don't like what's on my plate, or like, I'll jump right to it. I guess I'm going to do 3 comments, I suppose, Emily. Like, I had a video go viral on TikTok where I said it's okay to eat watermelon. I said watermelons a fruit. It has these nutrients. It's fine to eat. If you like it, it's not too high in sugar, go nuts. And then everyone's like, oh, but I'm allergic. Oh, but I can't have this fruit either. What can I do instead? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Just don't eat it then.
Yeah.
Like if you don't like dairy, if you don't like watermelon, you can't have watermelon, you have an allergy. You don't like the avocado toast that Emily made, like don't eat it then.
Yeah. What we post is not individualized advice. We don't know your past medical history. We don't know your current situation going on. We're also legally not allowed to give out individualized advice
Yeah.
on the internet. And that goes for, I know we're not allowed to. Is anyone else not allowed to? It doesn't seem like
I
it.
mean, we actually have ethics. Everyone else can because they have no actual rules they're
Like a code
following.
of ethics.
Nutritionists can do whatever they want.
Dietitians are not allowed to give out
The ones who
individualized.
give out the best nutrition advice, if you ask me,
Yeah.
generally speaking.
So take everything online, like it's general nutrition kind of education more so.
Yeah.
Not specifically like please do not eat something you have an allergy to or something you just don't even like. Like you don't have to eat. You don't have to eat it. It's completely fine.
Right. Or like I see like recipes, like food influencers make recipes. They get a lot of terrible comments too.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, oh, but I don't have cumin. What do I do? Like you either get cumin if you want to get cumin, or you don't use cumin, or you use a different recipe. Like it's
It's
not
probably something similar.
that video has 10 million views. It's not made just for you and what's in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
Okay.
Jeez, didn't mean to get so cynical.
I'm gonna
So,
read the DM.
Not so
because
upbeat.
This is not upbeat. Oh, I don't. Oh. Oh no. I'm like getting flashbacks, but it's just like also I don't think anyone who doesn't like us listens to us, so like they don't care.
No.
But we are not afraid to block you or restrict your access. So digital footprints exist. One, once you put it out there, it's out there forever.
Yeah.
Two, when we log into our phones or whatnot, this is also our internet time. So if we're not vibing with you,
See ya.
yeah. This individual also had a history of one of my videos on Instagram caught some traction, and they somehow they were living on that video for days.
Yes, I have one of those
commenting
ones
to
too.
everyone, and I don't even know how it happened, but they somehow made it they somehow became homophobic, misogynistic, and racist
Wow.
to all different people.
Wow.
And I'm like, how did you do this? Like
Triple threat.
I'm like, oh my, so they're blocked. So they will have no idea.
And they DM'd you?
They DM'd me.
Oh my gosh.
But I blocked them a little bit after. But this has quite a bit of swears in it. But I'm too tired to deal with that. So we're gonna keep it PG right now. So the DM was, your account is so effing toxic. Why would someone want diet advice from a scrawny girl who would be in good enough shape for all intents and purposes as long as she didn't eat less than 500 or more than 5,000 calories?
What?
Stop encouraging people to be weak and make poor health choices. Stop discouraging people from working hard and being disciplined. Stop pretending that passion and dedication to your goals is a mental disorder.
Ew.
We're not done.
Ew.
You and your followers are weak-minded and will not succeed in life in any meaningful way. Most of them are women, so it doesn't matter health-wise what they do. They'll be fine with mediocrity, but you're still a loser. Dietitian, in quotes, y'all change the rules every week, LMAO. Remember the food pyramid? Wasn't that S?
They always bring up the food
Completely
pyramid.
wrong. Effing gross.
The food pyramid.
Let's unpack this.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. I want to get to the food pyramid, but we'll start from the beginning.
So from the beginning, right away, on this video, okay, this is like a spoiler. I this, for anyone who's gotten hate on any comment, like any videos or anything, it is, I want you to know, it is an indicator of who they are as an individual, and they are just going to cater their insult to whatever storyline they're going to use to debunk you. It is not a reflection of you at all. I've been called on the same exact video. I was called scrawny, chubby, and fat on the same exact video
every time
from multiple people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, which one? Let's reach a consensus, please.
Right.
Oh my gosh. But right away, I would be the worst human in the entire world if I ate less than 500 calories a day.
Oof.
No. Also, encouraging people to be weak and make poor health choices. Literally, the video was about how we shouldn't listen to gym bros who only eat chicken and rice and project their insecurities and disordered eating onto others. Where it's that obsession over exercise, that obsession over body image, macro counting constantly, only viewing food as calories, stuff like that.
Well, as long as you have big muscles, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Your health, if you have big muscles, you must be the healthiest person alive.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That is the science.
Yeah.
That's what the research
Muscles
shows.
equal health.
One of my other favorite things is when they said you and your followers are weak-minded and will not succeed in life in any meaningful way.
Because again, building muscles equals success and health. If you have big muscles, you are healthy and successful. I'm all about I would love to be just jacked and ripped, but that wouldn't mean that I'm more successful than I am now.
No.
Just because of that factor.
No. I hope this individual wasted 5 minutes out of their life to type this.
It was more than that.
Oh, it probably was. They put formatting in it.
Oh, wow.
They really.
Okay, can we get to the food pyramid thing?
Oh, yeah.
Every time someone tries to roast a dietitian and how our science is so inconsistent, they always bring up the food pyramid.
I know. And I'm it's
a governmental thing though. Yeah. We didn't make the food pyramid. No. And we don't like the food pyramid. We think it's stupid.
Yeah.
Most of us don't like My Plate either, which is the new food pyramid.
Yeah.
It doesn't paint the whole picture.
No, it's constantly changing, and we didn't develop it.
We didn't do no. Also, your nutritionists and your doctors and your PTs are also using or were using the food pyramid.
Yeah.
Anyone who discusses nutrition, even if they shouldn't, was probably using the food pyramid back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how your third grade teacher taught you that? Not a dietitian, most likely.
Yeah.
That one makes me so mad for some reason.
There's just so much going on with this individual.
That one's insane. Okay. Do I have any that bash my looks? Let's see. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. I posted one where part of the video it was a trend, but I was saying how women have that fear of they won't lift weights because they're scared of getting bulky. And so I was saying that's not true, basically. And this guy said, because I was okay, I'm going to explain this poorly like I always do. I was saying that sometimes women will feel afraid to lift weights because they don't want to get bulky. And this guy said, no, actually, it's because the majority of men simply find really muscular women less attractive. We want slim, thick, not super toned.
Slim, thick.
We are lifting weights because of you.
Yeah.
Zempshire. Look at his picture. I'm not worried about your opinion.
You are not. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Emily's restrained today. There's no wine involved.
I'm trying to be.
We're not lifting weights for the male gaze.
No. It's so funny how so many men think that this is even nutrition. We're going into psychology.
Oh boy.
Where so many men think that women will change their appearance to try to attract them. And that is why they'll go to the gym, for example.
No. I just told you how much I want to get jacked. I'm not going to the gym for Zemsure.
Oh my
Ugh.
gosh.
We want
This is
slim thick.
That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking that's like a cut of like meat.
He also says we as in like he speaks for all men.
Who gave him something to check his ego?
Like you're allowed to like have a type.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't like every single male that I look at, obviously. Most.
I don't like the majority of
I like one male. That's really about it. But like you can't speak for everyone's, I'm sure. Not everyone likes slim thick. Wow.
Yeah.
Some actually do like super toned, which we hate the word toned, but we won't get into that today. I've got a good one for you, Emily.
Okay.
We all know that we're weight neutral around here, and I always talk about that a lot. And we talk about how health at every size does not mean that you are healthy at every size. It just means that people can be healthy at different sizes and all bodies are going to look different. And we can't all weigh 130 pounds and be of equivalent health. So one video was discussing this, I'm sure in some variation. And this person said, what are your thoughts on the people in every bariatric ward who need 6+ people to roll them over every day? Correlation, right? Because I always talk about how in any study that relates improved health outcomes to weight loss, it's simply correlation. And the actual cause of the improved health outcomes was not the weight loss, but the health promoting behaviors that came along with it. So I'm sure it was a video like that. So they were trying to prove me wrong by saying if someone needs 6 people to roll them over every day, then I must be saying they're the healthiest ever.
And that's not what like weight neutral is.
Right.
Oh, weight neutral does not mean that every single weight, like people at every single weight are healthy. And that can go both ways. Or like 600 pounds versus like 80 pounds.
And also you don't owe anyone health.
Yeah. Like you don't know what their goals are.
Like,
don't know
if you are unhealthy in whatever capacity, you take a medication, you have a chronic disease, doesn't make you a lesser person.
No.
Like you still deserve good health care, respect, kindness, even if you are unhealthy in whatever definition of the word you are using.
Yeah. You also shouldn't be used an example to try to shame people.
Yes. This one made me so mad.
There's a lot of things we're gonna switch that around. There are a few things that I think are worthy of being shamed. One of those being yelling at food service workers. Like 2, being just fat phobic. You're gonna be shamed for that, as you are right now. But then there are also things where people are just like someone's body. We should never comment. I've said this before, and we're gonna say it again. We should never comment on people's bodies because we don't know what they're going through. And no matter what someone might have going on health-wise, that's not our business.
It doesn't impact any of us.
Yeah. It's not going to affect you.
This person in the bariatric ward, which, by the way, that's not a thing. There's no bariatric ward.
That's why I'm so confused.
It's not even like an overnight stay in most places. You like get the surgery and you go home.
You're in and you're out.
Yeah.
This just tells me this person is not.
There's no bariatric ward. The hell's a bariatric ward? It's
Maybe
like
it's something on like Grey's Anatomy.
it's a pretty simple procedure. And no one's being rolled around. And no, I won't say that. Never mind. I can only speak to my clinic. Never mind. Okay, you got more?
All mine are like not very scientific. They're more just like stupid things.
That's how this one was, just
That's
being
true.
fat phobic.
Once again, another gym bro, probably. And in response to it doesn't even like make sense. That's the thing, is we're trying to provide context to these comments, and sometimes how they respond is just does not make sense.
So off the wall.
All this person says is because you look sick and I look like a Greek god. And this is their picture. This is their profile.
Zero posts.
It is 0 posts.
I want to know who they're following.
1 follower, 1 following. And their picture is some like anime dude. Let's see the picture.
You Greek god.
Yeah. I bet this is like some like teenage troll. And that's the thing is so many people like just hide behind a cartoon picture.
All the time. This bariatric one was a cat.
Yeah. Like if you're so confident, show yourself.
Right.
Make some videos.
Right.
It's not a fair playing field. You have to play your cards as well. You can't just hide behind a screen.
But yeah, I also want to say once again that even if you do look like a Greek god, which is very subjective, doesn't make you superior to someone who looks sick.
Yeah.
Also subjective.
Yeah. Genetics, my dude.
Genetics.
Those work differently for everyone.
I guess you didn't get those Greek god genetics.
I did not get the Greek. I got the chronically sleep deprived, half Asian, half white genetics. Which, thank you for checking. Are you like concerned about my well-being? If you said I look sick.
I mean, yeah. Just making sure
I
you're okay.
am mentally unwell.
But it's not because of comments like that.
No. It's because of the world we live in.
Okay, I've got a good one. Again, my watermelon video, which should not have got any hate comments. I say it's okay to eat watermelon. I say it's okay to eat watermelon, and the comment I get is, how irresponsible. You know there are easily influenced people here. Too much sugar is bad, period, but even worse for diabetics, which we won't get into that, but I have so many diabetic comments on this one. But like, I'm the problem when there's easily influenced people. That's true. There are easily influenced people on the internet, of course. In some ways, Emily and I are easily influenced by like shopping trends and things like that. But like, the problem is us saying it's okay to eat fruit. We're not going to talk about like Bobby from Flav City, who is saying you like have to eat organic or else you're going to poison your family.
Or like that shirtless
carnivore
dude
MD
who, like, probably breathes and sweats all over your food
with like his ketones all in his breath. Probably stinks.
Yeah.
But like, we're the problem. I say it's okay to eat fruit.
And that's it.
That's all I said.
This fruit is evil.
How irresponsible of me. How irresponsible.
I love fruit.
And once again, me too. And once again, you don't have to eat the watermelon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's okay to if you want to. I'm not in the video saying you must eat watermelon this summer.
Yeah. And if you want to learn more about the whole diabetic side, you should listen to our episode with Danielle Bublitz, Food Freedom Diabetes. She does a really great job debunking a bunch of diabetes nutrition myths.
Yeah.
Fruit is one of those.
Yeah. While we're on the watermelon video, I got a lot about how it was a seedless watermelon because I prefer those. And a lot of comments were saying that because there's no seeds, it has no real nutrition. Because it has seeds, that means it's GMO. I've debunked a bunch on my like page talking about how, yeah, they have been selectively bred for ages to make them taste as good as they do. But like, you can eat seeded or seedless watermelon.
I don't get the whole seed
like,
argument.
why do I have to say that? They keep saying it's less nutritious because it's been modified. When episode with Nia, way back in the very beginning, we talked about how GMOs can actually improve the nutrient composition of a lot of foods.
So wild.
So wild. I also got keto is the healthiest diet. End of story. Carbs cause cancer and diabetes. The usual. Yeah. We've debunked those a million times, so we're good there.
Or this one this is one that is potentially an over exaggeration because we don't know the person involved actually commented, but someone commented, never listen to dietitians. My girlfriend went to one and was told to basically starve herself. If a dietitian is actually telling you to like starve yourself, or like, they're not going to say it in that way. They might
just put in a low calorie
diet, maybe 800 to like 1200 calories, like, then that dietitian is just not a good fit with you. That does not mean, like, are you going to have an amazing experience with every single doctor you come across, with every single like dentist you come across, every single personal trainer you come across? No. Some was gonna say some dietitians are better than others. Let's not say that. There are many different types of dietitians, and we are not saying that all of them are amazing, because that's just not true with any profession. There's going to be some not so great ones. And I'm sorry your girlfriend saw a dietitian who made her
starve.
And like, I don't know the context of it.
Like maybe she really did, but like that doesn't mean that we're all bad dietitians. And there's plenty that don't like us, like that maybe have seen us at our day jobs and they did not have a good time with us.
Yeah.
That does not mean that we automatically all are bad dietitians because they did not like their experience with one time.
If like you had one bad experience like with the primary care, would you say all primary cares are bad?
Right. No, you find a better fit, one that helps you with what you're looking for.
That's in most dietitians I know, for like probably the average person. Like the thing is, like I don't know what like in my mind, I'm like, what if they're like bariatric and they needed like an 800 calorie because they were like slowly weaning on or something, like
right.
We don't know the situation.
If they were in that bariatric ward or not.
But that's
so crazy.
One individual does not represent the entire profession, and also we just don't know the whole thing.
Well, it's a great segue into my next two comments, which kind of go together on the same video. In the video, I said, I was talking about how actually it doesn't really matter that much. Context does not really matter. The two comments are doctor is greater than dietitian, like greater than sign. And then dietitian does not equal obesity specialist.
What is an obesity specialist?
I don't know. I don't ever want to be one though. Okay, first of all, doctor is greater than dietitian. That's like comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah, we're not
the same. Stop putting us in the same basket.
We are not trying to be doctors.
No.
I do not want to be doctor.
No, I will say a lot of doctors are trying to be dietitians.
I know. But we're not trying to be.
While also trying to be doctors.
Yes.
And they can be a great doctor, but they shouldn't be doing nutrition because they took one class.
Yeah, which not even all med schools require one nutrition class.
Right. We've talked about that a million times. The other one, it does not equal obesity specialist. Okay. There are actually a lot of weight loss dietitians. And if weight loss is your goal, I highly encourage you to see a weight loss dietitian rather than whatever an obesity specialist is. We actually are very well trained in weight loss. That's like what most of our undergrad was. Unfortunate for us who don't like to do that. But if you are going to pursue that, I would recommend the dietitian.
Yeah. It's like specialties.
Exactly.
It's a weight loss specialty.
So they could be an quote unquote obesity specialist.
Yeah.
Even though obesity in itself is not a real thing because it's based on BMI, which is just conveniently rounded to, the next convenient
calculation.
Yeah. The little number that works best. And it's based on a bunch of white men, which is great. I'm not anti-white men. I'm just not one. So I don't want to be classified as one.
Same. I am also not a white man.
Yeah. We've got a whole BMI episode. You guys know that. Go play that. We'll link it. Okay. Do I have any more? Oh, here we go. Another dietitian one. This is why people won't listen to y'all. There's no consistency in the industry. A different dietitian will stitch you, calling you wrong. Y'all can't agree. It's usually not. There's a few times where it'll be like RD versus RD, where like we will disagree on things because again, we are all different niches and things. But people don't. I think this happens. Like this comment is saying, like I was stitching a nutritionist, and maybe another nutritionist would stitch me because they would not agree with what I was saying. Like usually two dietitians, we're usually all on a similar page with most topics.
Yeah. I don't know.
No one's dumb. This one's not really one we have to like debunk. It's just someone saying, okay, so explain it in detail rather than bitching about a video. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. I'm catering to you, Gothic Girl 421. I better explain better because she said I have to. chop chop. So stupid. Oh, here we go. Since that one was pretty much pointless. 2 in a row. Intuitive eating is fake. Intuitive eating is the dumbest thing ever. LOL.
This just in, we've been debunked.
Debunked. It's fake.
By one comment.
The same video. I don't have it saved, I don't think, but someone said that it's just a fad that'll go away, just like any other diet. Like it's not a diet. So I think I said back, like you were literally born as an intuitive eater.
We all came out as intuitive eaters.
Yeah.
We were taught to not be intuitive.
We were groomed. Yeah.
By society.
It's not fake.
This is a cry for help.
That's all I got. Do you have any more?
Mine are just more insulting my appearance.
Okay. Well, that's all we really got today, guys. I always post mine on my stories because I think it's hilarious. Because like, I think it's just good. I actually posted a video on my TikTok recently where I was like asking my followers, like, do you guys like it when I like bring these things up? Or does it like just bring negativity to the table, which we don't need? And I got like a very split down the middle response of like half of my followers were like, yeah, we would think it's very informational. It helps us to like know when we see these comments that they're not helpful. So we can like do that on our own when we see those comments. And the other half was like, no, it does bring a lot of negativity. Maybe like discuss the topic without bringing up the comment. So it was a lot of like half and half. But currently I still do like respond to these comments in like video form or like post on my stories because I think it is helpful in my mind to bring attention to these because they are so frequent. Like they're just all over every single video ever. And we can get, if you don't know better, you can think these comments are all just like true. And you get to like label everything that you see.
Yeah.
So I think it helps to like teach people critical thought.
Critical thinking. Very important.
Yeah. Which I guess is like the whole theme of this video or this podcast too, is like, does it bring some negativity to like our brains while we're doing this? And maybe like the podcast while we discuss it?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Probably.
yeah. But like, I think what it helps, like I said, is just it helps others maybe recognize when they're on their own scrolling through things that there's going to be comments to literally anybody, like no matter what you post.
Yeah. It's like also about kind of identifying the like style of comments that are just like, you like attack someone's appearance or they're just like so confident about this like very polarizing opinion, like whether it's nutrition or maybe it's like, I don't know, like
literally
beauty
I saw a girl
product,
making a cupcake and like the comments were so mean about a cupcake.
It makes me so sad.
Like she
Like,
just,
see, in that case it would make me sad, but then also like
Right.
you're like
she's probably used to it too.
yeah, but then like we recognize that we're like, these people are the problem. It's not the cupcake,
Right.
it's the people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into the bonus question. We'll jump right in. Bonus question is, should you eat mac and cheese with a spoon or a fork? And why, I guess, which I guess always is kind of part of it. What do you think?
I'm team fork.
I think it depends on the noodle.
Oh my goodness. I like putting the noodles through the little,
Like if you do like the penne or like
yeah,
the macaroni noodle.
little spears,
Yeah.
tongs, talons, spikes of a fork. I don't know.
I think I do fork too. I wanted to say spoon, but I don't actually do that.
I like also like
Yeah.
stabbing.
And you can scoop with a fork, just not as well.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I'll get too much sauce.
I like
with a
that though.
spoon. I don't like the gooey cheese.
I'm surprised you even like mac and cheese.
I love mac and cheese.
That's very surprising.
I like it when there's a lot of noodle.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only time I use a spoon is if it's like the like Kraft, like kind of soupier, smaller, tiny noodle mac and cheese. But if it's like homemade, like big hearty noodles, definitely a fork for that. Like a baked mac and cheese, like home cooked style, definitely a fork for that. But if it's like really small, like Annie's or Kraft kind of thing,
I like putting those through the little things.
yeah.
Like, you know, you can put like 4 on at a time.
Yeah.
That's what I like to.
I don't have time for that. I'm eating fast. I gotta get my spoon and just
I
shovel it in.
eat for like an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. I think it's good though. You're good at honoring your hunger and fullness cues, but
I blame France.
yeah,
Their meals are like 3 hours long.
that's amazing. But
Oh,
also
I
that would
loved it.
stress me out so
No, I
much.
loved it. You just get to eat for 3 hours.
I know, but my brain would think like all the tasks I could be doing.
Oh well.
But that's a
you
that's a me
problem.
problem. France is doing way better than me. Let's just say that.
Yeah, so we're team fork.
Yeah. Team fork.
No debate.
Yeah. Unless it's Kraft or Annie's.
I like
or Emily. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Not So Up-Beet Dietitians. That's all we got for you.
Yeah, we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you entertaining. That's not the word I'm looking for. Humoring us.
Yes.
And letting us read kind of these funny comments, because don't we are okay. Do not worry. We are like, they do not really affect us.
These happen so often.
Yeah, you become kind of
most veteran and like, I don't want to say influencers, but I'm gonna say influencers.
social media
Creators is a better word.
creators.
Like, we're fine when it comes to the comments, unless there's some. I've seen like Elise Myers, for example, was crying recently because someone was like so mean to her.
What?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
So like it can build up, and like if you get it on a bad day, it really can suck. But like, we're moving on pretty quickly from things like that.
Yeah.
You have to.
When they comment, they boost our posts. So
yeah. Don't forget to check out the course if you guys have not right now or yet. When this comes out, there should still be the wait list. We're not going to have this finalized probably till fall 2022. So join the wait list. You'll be the first to know when it launches to get your intuitive eating journey on.
We are so excited
So
to share this all with you, and we cannot wait to hear what you think of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Shameless plug over.
All right. Have a good day. Fill your day with so much positivity. If there's negativity out there like this,
Block them.
We love that block button. The world is your oyster, especially your internet. Like, they are not there. There are gross people on there, or even just like you don't even like. I've seen people like block people for the wildest reasons.
Oh yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's your internet.
You don't need that negativity in your life.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in on this episode of the Up-Beet Dietitians with your hosts Emily Krause and Hannah Thompson.
We appreciate you all so much for continuing to support us. In order to support us and sustain the success of this podcast, please subscribe and leave a rating and review.
If you'd like to provide us feedback for future episodes and guest stars, follow us on Instagram at the Up-Beet Dietitians.
Lastly, you can show us support by providing a monthly donation using the link at the end of our bio.
Once again, thank you so much for listening today, and stay tuned next Wednesday for a new episode. Until then, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.